Julia Rose Paul, that is.
So,
Is that
so
official?
explain what's going on there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we're married.
Instagram pot Julia Rose is holding nothing back. From growing up in rural Texas to now hosting a podcast, having millions of followers on Instagram, owning and operating her own business, and now dating YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. What can't she do? Julia has profited off of her own body since she rose to fame in 2016. Her online magazine, Shagmag, features scantily clad Instagram models in an effort to fill the void left by magazines like Maxim and Playboy. Julia is a total troll too, having been arrested multiple times for the crazy stunts she pulls in an effort to promote her business and protest censorship laws. As of right now, her tumultuous relationship with Jake Paul seems to be stronger than ever too. Although, given their history, there's speculation that the relationship could be a total fraud, just like Jake's marriage to Tana Mongeau was. Today we cover Julia Rose. Tomorrow though, you decide. Let us know who you'd like us to cover on the next episode of Where Are They Now by commenting below, and don't forget to like this video for more content. Julia Rose was born in New Orleans, but grew up in rural Texas. She describes growing up with super conservative parents who didn't let her wear a bikini until she was an adult. I guess that must have backfired for them given Julia's legacy. Apparently, her relationship with her parents are currently tense, with her stating on a podcast that she doesn't even speak to her father anymore, while her mother and her have more of a quote, don't ask, don't tell relationship. She rose to fame through an MTV reality television show called Are You the One in 2016. In the 4th season, Julia meets with other single men and women contestants to try and find love. She came away from the season dating fellow contestant Stephen McHugh. They even had a YouTube channel together, which has since been deleted. They broke up in 2017, only a few days before Julia was featured on an Are You the One special episode where she explosively confronts Hannah Fugazi, who she accuses of cheating with her ex Steven. They get into a catfight almost immediately, with Julia digging into Hannah for going to Vegas with Steven despite them being in a relationship. I mean, if we're gonna be honest though, it's reality television. You can see them put it on a little bit, and there's this kind of cringy bit where Julia says what she thinks is like a mic drop quip, stating quote, what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas, and then just kind of like looks at the camera. She then like high fives the girl beside her. It's a little weird. Julia accuses Hannah of breaking up their 1-year relationship by inviting Steven to Vegas without her. Even though I feel like Julia should be yelling at Steven right now rather than Hannah, the two girls later make up behind the scenes of the episode, with Hannah claiming Steven told her that he was single. That was until later that night. Hannah goes on Instagram Live and just goes off about the whole thing, claiming Julia is just trying to stay relevant. The pair seem to not have made up however, and whether the drama is real or fake, we may never know. Julia isn't only known for her famous relationships though, because back in 2019, during Game 5 of the Baseball World Series, Garrett Cole was on the mound for the Astros. That's when, in the crowd, Julia Rose threw the real curveball by flashing her breasts at both the pitcher and a national television audience. Apparently, she pulled a scandalous stunt to promote her provocative online magazine, Shagmag. The move got her both kicked out of the game and banned from all Major League Baseball stadiums. The pitcher, Garrett Cole, also blocked Julia Rose on Twitter. I guess the married baseball player wasn't too happy about being used to promote an explicit magazine. The stunt worked though, because Julia gained 4.9 million followers on Instagram, where she regularly posts bikini photos. While Julia Rose hasn't explicitly done any adult videos, it is clear that she wants to toe the line. The girl consistently pushes her sex-based products and has turned her body into a business that generates income not only for herself, but for her magazine and sponsored Instagram posts. Fast forward to late 2019, early 2020, Julia officially meets Jake Paul for the first time on set of a music video for his single These Days. They would play a couple in the music video and would start their on-again, off-again relationship shortly after. And by shortly after, I mean literal days. That wouldn't usually matter, but there's just a little case of Jake Paul having only just split from his ex-wife, Tana Mongeau. We aren't sure how Tana felt about the relationship, even though it was later revealed that Jake and her were married purely for the clout. There was definitely some overlap though, because officially Tana and Jake broke up on January 2nd, 2020, but there are reports that when Paul met Rose on set, he told her that he loved her that day. That was in December. He has stated, quote, it was like 6 hours we spent together and I literally just told her I loved her. Throughout the entirety of 2020 though, Jake and Julia would date, and then not date, and then date, and then not date, and on again. In early 2021, Julia Rose was in the off part of the relationship when she got arrested in Hollywood. According to TMZ, the model and 5 others were arrested by police for trying to change the Hollywood sign to Holly Boob. They got charged with trespassing for the stunt, even though Julia says it was to raise breast cancer awareness. Later on though, Julia confirmed the reasoning behind her wanting to change the sign was actually because she was trying to protest Instagram's nudity laws in response to her being banned for her explicit content. On a podcast, Julia explains that her account was disabled and she was told by Instagram to label herself as a male so it would be less likely that she would get taken down. She wanted to start a conversation about censorship and the double standard that comes with viewing women's bodies as inherently sexual while men get off scot-free. On the No Jumper podcast of March 2021, when her and Jake were broken up at the time, Julia admits that Jake Paul scandalously cheated on her multiple times. She talks about Jake sending a really awful message about her sexual content despite him being so open about wanting to embrace sexual positivity. Despite this super messy circumstance, for a reason completely beyond me, Jake and Julia would continue to date and break up every few months. As of right now, Jake and Julia are back on, and have been for a few months. She said in July 2021 that they reconciled during a FaceTime call, saying, quote, "Look at his face, could you blame me?" Conversely, Jake describes growing since they've decided to become more committed to one another. On an Impulsive podcast hosted by his brother Logan, Jake stated that, quote, "My relationship is a reflection of my insecurities and has helped me with my growth." He also admits that he and Julia are in consistent relationship therapy so they can move together for a more stable relationship. Julia also changed her Instagram name to Julia Rose Paul, which sparked rumors about a possible engagement. She denies this for now, but thinks it could be happening in the future. After Jake Paul TKO'd Tyron Woodley during his fight in late December, the first thing he did was kiss Julia, who later posted a tweet showcasing Jake's previous knockouts. It seems that, as of right now, Jake and Julia are stronger than ever. Do you think their relationship will last? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Where Are They Now? I've been your host, Sierra. It's been a pleasure.